Hello UDC Firebirds basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of UDC Firebirds basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. I'm Eli Pearlstein, and this evening we have doubleheader action for you as both your men's and women's UDC Firebirds basketball teams take on the basketball teams from Molloy College. It's a conference clash for both these teams, and up first it's your UDC women's team that comes in having lost 8 in a row, so they are trying to stop quite a lengthy streak. The good news for UDC women's basketball is they are taking on a Molloy team that they have quite the history against since joining the East Coast Conference. Ever since the Firebirds joined the East Coast Conference prior to the start of the 2011-2012 season, UDC has gone 9-1 against the Molloy Lions. So history is certainly on the side of the Firebirds as they look to stop their 8-game losing streak tonight. Meanwhile, they are taking on a Molloy team that comes in with a record of 12-4 overall. They are 4-2 in the ECC. And currently, they sit 4th in the conference standings, so they are in prime position to make the conference tournament this year, and they will be looking to extend a 4-game winning streak with a win here at the UDC Sports Complex tonight. They have never won here at the UDC Sports Complex as a conference foe against the Firebirds, so a lot on the line for both these teams. But first, we'll pause and listen in to the national anthem. Eli Pearlstein back with you atop the UDC Sports Complex, getting you set for Game 1 of our UDC basketball doubleheader this evening between your UDC women's basketball team and the women's basketball team from Molloy College. And now I'll let you listen in to the announcement of tonight's starting lineups. So to recap the starting lineup for your UDC Firebirds, Chantrell Oliver, Bianca White, Jaslyn Rollins, Kaya Coleman, and Deanna Tunstall as the starting unit. The Firebirds are led by first-year head coach Juan Dixon, a graduate of Maryland in 2013. He is assisted by John Napodia in his second year, a graduate of UNC Charlotte in 2013, and Jerisha Obe, also in her second year, a graduate of Rochester College in 2007. To recap the starting lineup for Molloy, it will be Inacense Grady, Michaela Hernandez, Kamala Thompson, Simone Kelly, and Aaliyah McDonald. It will be Jaslyn Rollins to take the tip for the Firebirds. Firebirds dressed in gold will be going left to right across your screen. Tip is up. It's won by the Lions. Again, Lions coming into this game 12-4 on the season. They are 4-2 in conference play, 5-3 this season when playing away from home. An impressive record in true road games. Here's Kelly beating down low to Thompson, who cannot finish from the left side. Here come the Firebirds. Oliver working into the front court. Bounces a pass off to Tunstall. She'll hand off to White. Now Oliver into the wing. White the three. That's in and out. Rollins collects the rebound. And the Firebirds with the brand new 30-second shot clock. They don't use much of that, however. Another three put up by White. She can't get it to fall. This UDC team not shy to shoot threes. And speaking of falling to the ground, that's what that's Deanna Tunstall who fell to the ground hard while going to try and get the rebound. And quickly, UDC athletic trainer Allison Hammer out to check on her, as well as head coach Juan Dixon. She is laying on the ground, chest to the floor. Certainly seems to be in some serious pain. Assistant coach John Nakpodia also out to check on the status of the junior from Willingboro, New Jersey. Again, lying with her chest to the ground. Certainly seems to be in serious pain. Not the way that the Firebirds certainly pictured this one starting. A couple of missed three-point attempts, and then one of their big contributors getting injured. And head coach Juan Dixon has requested a towel. They're going to help Deanna get up from the ground. It's a nice round of applause. She continues to grimace as she's coming off the court. It's her right arm that is being mobilized right now by athletic trainer Allison Hammer. And Deanna certainly seems to be in quite some pain. So now Tyra Coombs will check in for the Firebirds. It will be Molloy possession. Firebirds came into this game very short-handed prior to that injury. Only 8 bodies available, and now it's down to 7. So fouls will be something for the Firebirds to watch out for in this contest with only 7 players healthy and available to play. Big reason why for those limited numbers is because during the Christmas break, Nyaja Anderson, Deja Anderson, and Amber Bryson all departed the team. All those 3 players left the team for reasons not disclosed to me personally, but for not because of injury. So a very short-handed squad as the Firebirds now find themselves trailing 2-0 with 8:14 to go here in the first quarter of play. I'll let you know of any word we get about how Deanna Tunstall is doing. Mentioning before she went down with an injury, the Firebirds, a team that loves to shoot three-pointers. They rank 11th in the nation in terms of three-point field goal attempts. So a lot of their offense involves shooting the three. Coombs for three. And before the shot, a shot clock violation. So Firebirds will turn it over for the first time this game. 7:43 remaining here in the first quarter of play. 2-0 Molloy on top. And they're looking for just their second win over the Firebirds since the Firebirds joined the East Coast Conference. They're looking for their first win against the Firebirds as a conference opponent here in DC. And a 3-second violation is the call on Michaela Hernandez. So UDC will get the ball right back. And down 2-0 here in the early going. Oliver takes it to the free throw line, kicks wide. The three from Coleman is short. Rebound collected by the Lions. Hernandez dishes it off. So they work it around the perimeter. Here's Thompson feeding to the baseline. Now Hernandez open for three from straight away. That's off the mark. And Coombs secures the rebound. Oliver into the front court for the Firebirds. Dishes off to Coombs. Now Coleman, near side with 15 on the shot clock. Rollins sets the screen. White dishes wide to Coombs. Back to White. Shot clock down to 8. White drives, has her pass intended for Coleman deflected and stolen away. Now 2-on-1 the other way. And the finish with the left hand put in by Aaliyah McDonald makes it 4-0. Molloy on top with 6:16 to go here in the first quarter of play. Coleman for three. Comes up short. Rollins the big offensive rebound. And her putback is good off the glass. So the Firebirds have cut their deficit in half. It's 4-2 now. 5:57 remaining. Jaslyn Rollins in the Firebirds' last home game, which was an overtime defeat at the hands of LIU Post. Last Wednesday night, the Firebirds were led by a career-high 36 points from Chantrell Oliver in that game, but Jaslyn Rollins had 15 rebounds. She had 8 rebounds in the Firebirds' last game, a loss at NYT, 66-44 defeat. So Rollins certainly has been collecting the rebounds of late. Already a couple of offensive boards tonight for Jaslyn Rollins, the senior from Ypsilanti, Michigan. 5:31 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 7-2 now. Molloy on top. Thompson working against this zone defense in effect for UDC. McDonald double teamed along the baseline, passes out of it. Now Hernandez drives to the free throw line, dishes off to Thompson, and a travel is the call on Thompson. So with 5:08 remaining here in the first quarter, Firebirds trail by 5. Only bucket a putback off the backboard by Jaslyn Rollins. Oliver to the elbow, step back jumper, misses everything. Firebirds desperately need to get her going. And we get the first dead ball under 5 minutes, brings us to the under 5 media timeout. UDC trails by 5 early. You're watching UDC Firebirds women's basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Eli Pearlstein back with you as we are back underway. 4:50 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Firebirds trail 7-2. Coleman guarded tightly by McDonald. Had a screen set and passed the ball off. Now White, desperation three that's in and out. White shot 3 3-pointers thus far. She's missed all of them. The two have been halfway home before falling out. In the paint, Thompson kicks it out. Now McDonald drives, dishes to Thompson for the layup from the right side. Kamala Thompson, the graduate student from Selden, New York, makes it 9-2, Molloy on top. She spent her undergrad years at Dartmouth College. Thompson, one of 3 graduate students on this Molloy roster. The runner is good, and the Firebirds now back down by 5, 9-4, with 3:48 to go here in the first quarter. McDonald swings around the perimeter. Thompson for 3, and that stretches the lead to 8. 12-4, 3:32 left. Chance of defense coming from the Molloy bench. Coleman, again guarded tightly by McDonald, has a step on her, now kicks out. There's Bailey White, dishing off to Coleman. Back to Bailey White, sister of Bianca. And we got a reach-in foul called. It will go against number 1, Inacince Grady, a sophomore from Amityville, New York. Commits her second personal. So she will take a seat on the Molloy bench. In for her steps Maggie Solomon, the senior from Narragansett, Rhode Island. Coleman at the elbow. Drains the jumper. And it's now 12-6. 6-point game, 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Thompson draws the reach-in foul. Stopping the clock with 2:55 left. That's the second team foul on the Firebirds. It's the first personal to go against Bailey White. I mentioned fouls, something that all these Firebirds players have got to be very careful about, with just 2 players available on the UDC bench tonight, with Deanna Tunstall going down early with what looked to be a serious right arm injury. Bucket is good. It makes it 14-6. Molloy on top. 2:34 remaining in the quarter. Coleman swings left to Coombs. Now Rollins comes to set a screen. White tries to give it up back to Coleman. It goes out of bounds. Molloy basketball. 2:16 remaining. McDonald fires it to the right side for Thompson. Thompson back to McDonald. That's a floater. That is too strong off the fingertips of Solomon. Coleman has a screen set by Rollins. She goes the other way, has the ball blocked, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Firebirds. 30 seconds on the shot clock for the Firebirds. 1:47 remaining here in the first quarter. White inbounds to Coleman. Coleman trying to work the screen and roll with Rollins. She wasn't paying attention. Now White, a step inside the arc. Drains the mid-range jumper. That's Bailey White, the freshman from Silver Spring, Maryland. Averages 3.6 points per game. She has UDC down 6, 14-8. 1:20 remaining in this first quarter. Three-pointer, too strong, off the fingertips of Solomon. 2-on-1 the other way. The White sisters connecting, but Bailey can't finish the play. Long rebound, and now Coombs with the three. That's off the back iron. Under a minute now remaining here in this first quarter. Three-pointer left side comes up short. Coleman takes it into the front court. Drives to the free throw line, kicks out wide. Coombs the three. Not enough on it. 38 seconds remaining in the quarter. Thompson bounces a pass off to McDonald. Pump fake by Hernandez. She drives, kicks back out. McDonald into the paint and then passes it out of bounds. So it's now UDC basketball as Kayla Cooper checks in for the first time, replacing Jasmine Rollins. 20.1 seconds, all that remains in the quarter, so shot clock has been turned off. White finds Coleman for three. Shot beat the buzzer, but does not fall in. And at the end of one quarter of play, Firebirds trail by 6. It's 14-8. Molloy on top. You're listening to UDC Firebirds women's basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. So we are back underway. Start of quarter number 2. Firebirds trailing by 6. McDonald to Solomon. Now into the paint. One touch pass from Thompson. And along the baseline, or pardon me, 3-second violation away from the baseline, away from the ball. So Firebirds force another turnover. Coleman takes it to the top of the arc, swings left to Coombs, back to Coleman, screen set by Coombs. Coleman not much of a step power coming off of that screen. Shot clock down to 9. Coleman drives, one-handed runner, won't go off the back iron. Rebound to the Lions. 9:05 to go in the quarter. McDonald. Again, Firebirds in a 2-3 zone defense. Start this second quarter of play. Salomon tries to dish into the paint. Ball stolen away by White. And she alertly gets a pass off from the floor to Coleman. Nice job. She was laying vertically on the ground to get that pass away. Here's Bianca White. Finds Coombs in the corner for 3. Off the mark. But an offensive rebound by Cooper, and she's fouled on the putback attempt. The clock stops with 8:32 to go here in quarter number 2. So Firebirds with a chance to get within 4. It's Kayla Cooper, the freshman from Dover, Delaware, at the free throw line. Her minutes certainly will be increasing with the departures from the team of Nyasia Anderson, Deja Anderson, and Amber Bryson, as well as now the injury tonight to Deanna Tunstall. came in averaging 10.8 minutes a game. So she makes both free throws, and the Firebirds down now by just 4. Three-pointer won't go off the fingertips of Thompson. Firebirds with the rebound. Coleman takes it to the elbow, now kicks out wide. Cooper the three, and she drains it. Kayla Cooper now with 5 points. 5 of the Firebirds 13, and UDC is within 1. The team in Molloy that they are 9-1 against since joining the East Coast Conference. Deep 2, rattled in. And the lead is 3, 16-13. 7:47 remaining in the half. Cooper, guarded tightly by McDonald, dishes off to Cooper. Pardon me, it was Coleman who dished off to Cooper. Shot from the free throw line by White won't go. And here come the Lions. Salamone works it around the perimeter. Cross-court pass from Gibson. Finds Salamone driving baseline. She has the ball stripped away. The Firebirds a chance again to get within 1, if not tie things up. Coleman drives, kicks out wide, and a blocking foul is called on that drive by Coleman. So she will be headed... Nope, pardon me. It was on the floor. Makes sense as Coleman was about to dish off a pass. It's the first team foul by Molloy in the quarter. Subs by both teams. Jaslyn Rollins back in for the Firebirds. Pana Kenhoe into the game for the first time for Molloy. Simone Kelly back in as well. Cooper thought about the three. Dishes off to Coleman. Coleman spins in the lane. Her runner won't go off the glass. Another offensive rebound by Rollins. That's her third. And Cooper drains her second three of the game. We are tied at 16 with 6:40 to go here in the second quarter. Gibson picks up her dribble, dishes off to McDonald. She's triple teamed. Firebirds still employing the zone defense. McDonald on top of the arc, swings left. Hernandez into the paint. Kelly goes up for the layup and can't get it to fall. Coleman hands off to White. Cooper will try her third three. Third time's not the charm this time. Back the other way, all alone. McDonald hits the layup from the right side. It's Molloy by 2. 18-16, 5:49 to go here in quarter number 2. Coleman hands off to White for 3. Misses left of the rim. So it remains 18-16, Molloy on top. Hernandez works it near side. McDonald drives right of the lane. Kicks back to Kenhoe. Now Hernandez with the shot won't go. Rebound for Rollins. Rollins continuing to be strong on the glass, and UDC wants to spend their first time out of the game with 5:04 remaining here in the second half. If you're unfamiliar with the rules of women's college basketball, they have 4 timeouts total for the game. 1 disappears for each team, however, if they don't use it in the first half, as both teams will only have 3 to start the second half. So, and Coach Juan Dixon calls the timeout for the Firebirds. And Juan Dixon, in his first year as the leading man for UDC on that Firebird bench, trying to halt an 8-game losing streak, but with limited numbers. Certainly has faced his fair share of adversity here in his first season at the helm. The former Maryland standout led the Terps to the championship back in 2001. Also played in the NBA for a bunch of different teams, including the Wizards. Feeling right at home here on the UDC bench. He says he loves coaching, that despite the team's record, he is pleased with the way his first college head coaching job has gone here in his first season. He only got the job right at the start of preseason practice, so it's been quite the tough test for Juan Dixon here in his first year, but he's enjoying it and trying to lead the players who remain on his squad the best he can. It'll be nice for him to enjoy a full off-season of recruiting this summer. Cooper, the three. She's got it! 3 for 4 from downtown from the normally lightly used Kayla Cooper, the freshman, already with the season high. And she came in averaging just 2.4 points per game. She's already hit 3 three-pointers. And the Firebirds with their first lead of the game by 1. Short-lived, however, as Shantana Kenhoy answers quickly with a 3 of her own. The senior from South Richmond Hill, New York, makes it 21-19, Molloy on top. Ball deflected out of bounds, 4:13 remaining in this first half of play. Cooper inbounds to Coleman. Your UDC on offense right now. Cooper has the hot hand. You've got to just keep feeding her. Cooper drives and kicks now to White. White short on her 3 attempt. And it will be White who is called for the foul on the loose ball. Clock stopped with exactly 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Kenhoy inbounds. Now she has it near side. Bounce pass on top of the arc for Hernandez. Hernandez beats McDonald near side. Three-pointer from Kenhoy won't go. Long rebound. Attempted to be collected by Thompson, but she had it stripped away. 3:25 remaining in this first half. Holman hands off to White. And she's fouled on the layup attempt from pretty far away. Not quite sure what type of shot she was going up with. Some sort of underhand attempt from pretty close to the free throw line. Would have been an interesting attempt had she not been fouled, but she was, and she's at the line. Short on the first attempt. Tyra Coombs returns to the game, replacing Kaya Coleman. Firebirds came into this game shooting 65% from the free throw line as a team. And White can't hit either, but an offensive rebound by Rollins. So Firebirds with the brand new shot clock. Quick 3 from White. That's Bailey White with the attempt. It won't fall. 3 minutes now exactly, and Molloy will turn it over. Some miscommunication on offense. And Molloy has looked a bit out of sync here in the first half, allowing the Firebirds to stay right in this game with them. This is a 12-14 Molloy. That is certainly outperforming the record a year ago. In fact, they already had the same number of wins as they collected all last season, 12. Former Dowling head coach Joe Pelican in his second year at the helm of this Molloy program. Had a ton of success at Dowling, trying to transfer that here to the Lions program. Dowling no longer a member of the East Coast Conference, no longer in existence. That's why the league went from 11 teams last year down to 10 this season. 2:20 remaining in this first half. Bailey White in the paint hits the short J. We're tied at 21 with 2:12 to go. Hernandez. Near side to Thompson. Works it around the perimeter. Thompson at the elbow, double team, gets into the paint, gets her defender up, passed it off to Canhoy, who hits the baseline jumper. And it's 23-21. 1:48 left. Rollins. Mid-range jumper too strong. Thompson into the paint. Passes on top of the arc. Now Canhoy for three. She drills it. 26-21, a minute 20 left. White. Hands off to Coombs, and now Bianca White fouled from behind. So it's Bianca White headed to the free throw line. She drains the first. Kaya Coleman checks back in for UDC. Bianca White came into this game shooting the same percentage as the team overall, 65%. From the free throw line, that is. She hits them both. White came in averaging 8.6 points per game. Pardon me, 8.3 points per game. In the Firebirds' first 16 games, she's played all 16 of them. Thompson for three, off the mark. Rebound by Cooper. Under a minute remaining now in the half. Firebirds trailing by just three. Doing a nice job against a team heavily favored in this matchup. Whatever it is about this Molloy jersey, the Firebirds seem to play well against this squad, no matter their record. No matter both teams' records. Coleman with 6 on the shot clock. Has the ball stripped away. Shot clock now turned off for the Lions as they can hold for the final possession. And that's what head coach Joe Pelican instructs. Clock down to 14 seconds and rolling. McDonald. Dishes off to Hernandez. Now the three from Thompson short. And that's how the half will end. So at the end of one half of play, Firebirds sticking right in there with the heavily favored Molloy Lions. UDC down by just 3. It's 26-23. You're watching UDC Firebirds women's basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Eli Pearlstein back with you here at the break. The UDC Firebirds women's basketball team trails by 3, 26-23 against the Molloy Lions. Let's take a look quickly at the stats from the first half of play. Firebirds as a team shooting just 27.6% from the floor. They were 3 of 18 from downtown and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Molloy, 11 of 25 from the floor. That's 44%. They were 4 of 13 from downtown, and they did not go to the free throw line at all in that first half. However, Molloy committed 8 turnovers compared to just 5 for the Firebirds. Firebirds also out-rebounded Molloy 20-16 in that first half. In terms of individual scoring, Firebirds led by Kayla Cooper with her 3 3-pointers in that first half. She has 11 points, no one else with more than 4. For Molloy, they are led by Kamala Thompson. She has 9, and right behind her, Shantana Kanhoy has 8. Other stats of note from the first half of play. Firebirds with 3 assists, 6 for Molloy. No blocks for either team. 2 steals for both teams. Firebirds led in bench scoring 15-8 thanks to the performance by Kayla Cooper in that first half. Second chance scoring also favored the Firebirds 7-2. Will be Coombs, Coleman, Cooper, Rollins, and Bianca White to start the half for the Firebirds. Wearing gold going right to left across your screen. Again, Eli Pearlstein with you. So glad you've decided to tune in on this Wednesday evening. White for 3. Too strong. So it nearly bounced in off the back iron. Bounced off the back iron, then off the top of the backboard. So Molloy basketball, 9:42 to go here in quarter number 3. Again, this is game 1 of 2 for you this evening. UDC men will be in a battle later this evening against the men of Molloy a half hour after this one ends. Thompson dishes to the baseline. Now McDonald drives, kicks wide. A 3 from Grady, who had 2 personals in that first half, so she sat a majority of that first half of play. 9:08 to go here in the third. Still 26-23, same as it was at the break. Coleman started to act as if she was going to drive towards the free throw line, then pulled up. Now pops the deep 2, and it's off the mark. Rebound tracked down by Grady. Will race into the front court. Dishes into the paint, and it's deflected away by Coleman. Coombs ahead to Coleman. They'll now bring it out. The Firebirds will slow down their pace of play. Coombs hands off to Rollins. Rollins tries to fire pass to White. It's broken up. Rollins recovers. Now hands off to Coleman. Coleman finds Cooper with 7 on the shot clock. Cooper with the floater, and she connects. It's a 1-point game, 26-25, and Cooper continues to be hot from the floor. Really the only Firebird doing anything offensively. They've just got to try and keep designing plays for her. They want to stay in this ball game. 3 from straight away is good. The uncontested look from Kamala Thompson. So Thompson now with 12 points, the grad student who played her undergrad ball at Dartmouth College, Division I institution. 3-pointer is way off the mark from White. And McDonald has the ball stripped out of bounds. It will remain Molloy basketball. Kamala Thompson to inbound. She gets it into Kelly, who was pushing off her defender to get free, and she's whistled for the offensive foul. So Firebirds basketball down by 4, 29-25. 7:31 left to go here in the third. Coleman gives it up to Coombs. Now White, the deep 3. She's short. Bianca White now 0 for 5 from downtown. Besides Cooper, the rest of the team yet to make a three. In the paint, Kelly fouled as she was trying to go off the glass for two. Clock stops with 6:56 remaining in the quarter. Bailey White heads to the scorer's table, about to check in for UDC. Simone Kelly, 6-foot grad student. She played her undergrad ball at Siena College. Just 5 players on this Molloy team returned from a year ago, the squad that went 12-17 last year. There's 3 grads and 3 seniors on this team. So a veteran-laden squad. It's now 31-25, Lions on top. 6:50 remaining in this third quarter. Coleman looks to pass it off to White. She can't get free. Eventually, Coleman able to get it to her. Now Coleman takes it towards the free throw line. Hands off to Cooper, who puts up a runner. Too strong on the attempt. Nearly got her own rebound. But she could not corral it in the end. And now we have a foul along the baseline. Will go against the Firebirds, team's third in the quarter. The clock stops with 6:25 left. It's the first personal called on Kaya Coleman. Deep three. Nothing but net for Ima Sensei Grady, the sophomore from Middyville, New York. She came into this game shooting 33% from downtown. Second team foul called on Molloy. It'll be Cooper to inbound from the near sideline. She gets it into Coleman. Guarded tightly by Hernandez. Coleman has Cooper set a screen, then hands off to Coombs. So the 3 C's on the offensive attack for UDC. Cooper, Coleman, and Coombs. White drives, dishes. Coleman the 3, short. Kelly collects the rebound. Here's McDonald. Into the corner for Thompson. Hernandez the 3, short. Ball is loose. Recovered by McDonald, and she'll put in the layup as she drives baseline to bank it home off the glass. It's now 36-25, an 11-point lead. The largest of the night for Molloy. Coombs trying to slice into that lead. Can't convert. Another long offensive rebound for UDC. Cooper for 3. And she drains another! Cooper having the game of her season tonight. Now with 16 points, she's 4 of 6 from downtown to lead all scorers. McDonald, bounce pass inside, and the finish for the right side by Thompson. 4:41 remaining, 10-point game, 38-28. Here in the third quarter, Coleman swings it into the corner for White. White tries to pass out to Coleman. Firebirds collect the loose ball. Now Coleman backs out. And her pass intended for Coombs deflected out of bounds. We've reached the under 5 media timeout. 10-point game here at the UDC Sports Complex. You're watching UDC Firebirds basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Eli Pearlstein back with you. 4:18 to go here in the third quarter. 10-point game, and the Lions get the steal off the inbounds pass from the Firebirds. Looks like there may have been contact on that layup attempt by McDonald. Refs say it was a clean block, however, so that's the first block of the game by either team. Firebirds come away with possession. Coombs motioning for Cooper to come towards her. Now White in the paint. The short floater too strong off the back rim. Really no one able to get much going offensively besides Cooper for the Firebirds. It's been all Cooper tonight. 16 of the Firebirds' 28 points. Grady for three from the left side. That's in and out. Offensive rebound by Kelly. But before the putback, we have a foul underneath. That goes against the Firebirds. Team's fourth of the quarter. So it stops the clock with 3:32 left. It's a second personal. First personal called on Jaslyn Rollins. Kelly receives the pass in the paint. Lost it. Thompson tried to go up with a shot. Got blocked. So here come the Firebirds after two straight blocks after not having any all game. And an offensive foul on the screen. That goes against Coombs. Took a step to try and force the issue with the screen. That's what led to the foul call. Cooper will come out of the game for UDC. So now the rest of the Firebirds players on the court right now really need to pick up the slack offensively. Still trailing by 8, 3:06 remaining in this third quarter. Grady plays give and go with Hernandez. Now McDonald drives, goes high off the glass, won't fall in. And Coleman collects the rebound. She heaves it ahead to White. White with the runner, can't get it to fall. And rebound by McDonald. He takes it into the front court. Hernandez works it around the perimeter. Underhand layup off the glass, won't fall. The putback won't go either. Holman into the front court. Motioning for someone to come receive the pass. Finally, Coombs gets to the top of the arc to receive it. Now White running a weave with her. Coleman gets it back. Again looks for Coombs. With 2 on the shot clock, puts up a shot. It's deflected and winds up in the hands of the Lions. Thompson into the front court. Near side for Hernandez. Now Kelly along the baseline. Feeds into the paint, and Thompson with the finish one-handed. Makes it 40-28. Lions on top, 1:30 to go here in this third quarter. Coleman ahead to White, back to Coleman. She'll drive right to the lane, misses the rim entirely on that shot attempt. And UDC just can't get anything going offensively without Cooper on the court. Would have thought that would be the case prior to this game, that Cooper would be the key. Jantrell Oliver hasn't gotten really any minutes here in this second half. Not sure the reason for that. And Deanna Tunstall hasn't played all half. She's injured. Not sure if there's something up with Oliver in terms of injury as well. She only has one personal, so it's not because of foul trouble. Only Firebirds player, or there's 2 Firebirds players who have 2 fouls. Bailey White and Tyra Coombs. 46.8 seconds left here in the third. White drives to the free throw line. Dishes back to her sister Bianca. Now Coombs attacks the lane and draws the foul. So Tyra Coombs to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Firebirds as a team 4 of 6. Coombs hits the first. Coombs, the freshman from Mechanicsville, Maryland, coming into this game, just 3 for 4 from the free throw line this season, so doesn't frequent the line that often. But she makes them both in this trip. It's a 12-point game, 42-30 with 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Gibson works it into the corner for Jessica Kopfleisch, getting her first minutes of the game. Kopfleisch in the paint draws the foul. Clock stopped with 14.4 remaining in the quarter. Kopfleisch is from Ridge, New York, where she attended Longwood High School. The other grad student, I mentioned there's 3 of them on this Molloy roster. She played her undergraduate ball at Dowling College, where she also played under head coach Joe Pellicane. Pellicane in his 3rd year with this Molloy program. 2nd consecutive year with Molloy. Get more into his past coming up here between periods with just 9 seconds left. Firebirds trailing by 13 now. Coleman, the screen set by Coombs, worked it to the far side. Cooper for 3. This one's off the mark. And that's how the third quarter will end. So after 3, Firebirds trailing by 13, 43-30. Here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. It looks like Jaslyn Rollins will return to the game to start the fourth quarter for UDC. Well, I mentioned I'd tell you more about Molloy head coach Joe Pellicane. He's in his 2nd consecutive year with this Molloy program after guiding them to a 12-17 record a year ago. He was the head coach of the Dowling women's basketball team from 2006 through 2014. In 8 seasons with Dowling, he amassed a 141-92 record. He also was the head coach of Molloy back during the 05-06 season. He also spent a number of seasons as the head men's basketball coach at Dowling, so he's really been all over the place in terms of his head coaching career. He was the head men's coach at Dowling for 13 seasons, from 1986 through 1999. On the men's side of the ball, he amassed a 205 and 161 overall record, averaging 17 wins per season. Guided the Golden Lions to 2 NCAA tournaments in 95 and 98, as well as the Division II ECAC championship in 1988. He was named the 1998 NYCAC Men's Basketball Coach of the Year. He also guided the Dowling women's basketball team to the NCAA tournament a number of times. And he led the Golden Lions to the NCAA Division II National Championship Finals in his last year with Dowling before becoming an assistant coach for Division I St. John's. So very experienced leader over there on the Molloy sidelines. We're underway here in the fourth. Here's Coleman with the deep 2 from the left side. She connects. And it's an 11-point game, 43-32. Coleman now with 4 points to join Bianca White and Bailey White. Combined, those 3, still 4 points fewer than Kayla Cooper has for the game. Cooper and Thompson each with 16 for their respective teams. Rollins hauls down the rebound for the Firebirds. Now under 9 remaining in the game. Coleman shouting out instructions from the point guard position, as well as head coach Juan Dixon on the UDC bench. Cooper hands off to Coleman. She'll take it to the baseline, tries a pass across the paint. It's picked off. Here comes Grady down court for Molloy. Working it near side. In the paint, Thompson kicks it out. Three-pointer from Salomon. She drills it. Makes it 46-32. And the lead is stretched to 14. Chance of defense now humming from the Molloy bench. Coleman has Rollins set a screen. She'll take it to the free throw line. Kicks out Coombs for the triple. It's good. Tyra Coombs now with 5 for the Firebirds. The lead is back down to 11. Going back and forth between 14 and 11 over the last minute. Pump fake from Cobfleisch. He delivers a pass into the paint, where Thompson is triple teamed. Goes out of bounds, and it will remain Molloy basketball. It will be Thompson to inbound. She gets it in to Canhoy. Now Cobfleisch. Whistle for a travel. So Firebirds forcing the turnover. And they will be left alone to work it in from the backcourt baseline. 7:36 to go in the ballgame. Got a reminder, folks. About a half hour after this one ends, the UDC men's team will be in action, taking on the men of Molloy. Shot from the free throw line won't go from White. Gets her own rebound, and as she falls to the ground, puts it in from the right side. Makes it 46-37, 9-point game with 7:10 to go. Grady, cross court, into the hands of Salomon. This time her long-distance shot won't find the bottom of the net. Thompson in the paint kicks out wide. Grady backs up. Fires off the pass to Salomon. Now near side, the three put up by Canhoy, and she delivers. 6:42 remaining. It's 49-37, 12-point advantage for the Lions. And Lions looking for just their second win against the Firebirds in 11 meetings since the Firebirds joined the East Coast Conference. Three from straight away, that rattles in. Bianca White makes it again a 9-point game, 6:20 left. Grady works it around the perimeter. Salomon to the elbow. Now along the baseline. Cobfleisch kicks it out. Three from Grady. She's got it. It's been a 3-point barrage from Molloy here in the fourth quarter, by both teams actually starting to heat up from distance. Molloy as a team now 8 of 21, Firebirds 5 of 26. 5:40 remaining. White drives baseline, runner too strong off the glass. Back come the Lions in transition. Thompson backs it up. Let the offense set up. Cobfleisch double teamed on the baseline. Salomon passes up an open look. Thompson tries the triple, won't go. Offensive rebound for Grady. And now a timeout called by Molloy. 30-second timeout called by Joe Pelican over there on the Molloy bench. Stops the clock with 5:11 left. It's Molloy by 12, 52-40. Well, folks, let's take a look at what other action is going around the East Coast Conference this evening. It's a busy night tonight with 4 other games involving East Coast Conference teams going on. Currently at the half, it is Bridgeport over LIU Post at LIU Post, 46-35. And with a minute 53 remaining in the second quarter, St. Thomas Aquinas is all over Mercy, 44-22 at St. Thomas Aquinas. One other game starting later this evening features Damon at Queens. Mercy, which is down by 22 at St. Thomas Aquinas, is the next opponent for the Firebirds, as their next game is at Mercy this Saturday at 12:30 p.m. tip-off to that one. Each of the next 3 games are on the road for the Firebirds. They won't be back here to the sports complex till January 28th when they host Queens. A rematch of the ECC tournament semifinal game they lost last year against the Knights. Baseline jumper drilled by Kelly makes it 54-40 with 4:43 remaining in this fourth quarter. Coleman works against Thompson. Coombs comes to set a screen. Now Coleman heads off to White. Coombs for 3. Too strong on the attempt. Rollins the big offensive rebound. Coombs drives and is fouled on the layup attempt. That is the 10th offensive rebound for the Firebirds as a team. And it's the 16th rebound for Rollins. Rollins cleaning up on the glass this evening. That is the first dead ball with under 5 minutes, so we've reached the under 5 media timeout. Firebirds trailing by 14, 54-40. Folks, UDC would like to thank our corporate partner, the Days Inn Connecticut Avenue. The Days Inn is a proud sponsor and next-door neighbor of UDC Athletics, located at 4400 Connecticut Avenue Northwest, right across the street, right across Una Street from the sports complex. And folks, be sure to follow UDC Athletics on Facebook, on Twitter at UDC Firebird Fans, and on YouTube at UDC Athletics 1. The Firebirds now really facing a tough task of not only having to erase a 14-point deficit, but also they only have 4 minutes, 20 seconds to try and do so. They had quite the comeback the last time they were at home a week ago against LIU Post. That was fueled mostly by the play of Chantrell Oliver. We haven't seen at all here in the second half. With Deanna Tunstall injured early in this game, Firebirds very limited in terms of the personnel they can put on the floor right now. Not sure as to the reason why Oliver hasn't played in the second half, but for whatever reason, didn't see a play where she got injured, but for whatever reason, she is not available in the second half. So just one healthy body available on the UDC bench right now. It will be Gibson to inbound for the Lions. Intended inbounds pass for Salomon is deflected away. Now Salomon gets it into Grady. Screen set. As Coleman pokes the ball away from behind, will remain Molloy basketball. Just 6 on the shot clock for the Lions. Salomon gets it in. And a 3-second violation called on Kelly. She's had a few of those called against her. The 6-foot grad student from Wyandotte, New York. She played at the famed St. Anthony's High School. White for 3, comes up short. White has struggled from beyond the arc tonight. Bianca White, just 1 of 9 now from downtown. Thompson from the free throw line connects. 56-41, 15-point game, 3:22 left. Coleman works it into the front court. Hands off to Bianca White. Step back Jay. Again a 3. And again she's short. She's been short on most of her triple attempts. Maybe it's that step back that's causing her to come up empty. Under 3 remaining. Thompson, that's a dagger. Makes it an 18-point game, largest deficit the Firebirds have faced tonight, and gotta imagine that they might be running out of gas just a little bit, and for good reason, with just one player right now available on their bench. They are limited in numbers, and a lot of these Firebirds players have had to log a bunch of minutes tonight. Travel is the call. So Molloy commits another turnover as Kelly checks out of the game. Jessica Cobfleisch comes in for her. It was the 13th turnover of the game for Molloy. .222 remaining in the contest. Screen set by Rollins. Coleman kicks out wide to Bianca White. And she puts up a shot just outside of the paint. Draws the foul. The clock stops with 2:09 left. So it's Bianca White at the free throw line. White 2 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. And she's good on the attempt. Mentioned what's coming up for UDC. How about what's coming up for Molloy? They will be back in action on Saturday as well. On Saturday afternoon at 12 p.m. they host ECC foe Daemen College. Then they've got back-to-back road games at LIU Post and at St. Thomas Aquinas. Coleman into the front court for the Firebirds. Hands off to White. White back to Coleman. Near side for Cooper. Cooper tries another 3. That one came out a bit flat. So with a minute 32 to go, it's a 16-point game. Make that 18. Great job running the floor by Jessica Cobfleisch with the finish from the right side. Taking a look at the East Coast Conference standings currently, Molloy came into this game in 4th place with a 4-2 conference mark. That's looking like it will improve to 5-2. So it put them a half game behind St. Thomas Aquinas. Firebirds, meanwhile, looking like they'll drop to 1-6. As they will be stuck in 9th place heading into their game at Mercy on Saturday. Mercy, the 10th place team in the conference, so that is certainly a winnable game for UDC. Always tough to win on the road in conference play, but if they bring their A game, that's a game that very least should be right down to the wire. 2 subs in for Molloy. First time we'll see Sabrina Rodriguez. Catherine Gibson will take a seat for the Lions. Just 36.1 seconds remain. White inbounds to Coleman. Coleman, step back J, off the mark. And now just a 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock, and I doubt Molloy will even put up a shot here, or maybe they will right as the shot clock expires. Grady slips to the ground, lost the ball. I don't believe there was any contact there. Bizarre looking play as White gets the layup to make the score a bit more respectable. Now just 5 seconds left, and Molloy will let the clock run out. So that'll be it, folks. Lions come away with the win. Just their second win against the Firebirds since UDC joined the East Coast Conference prior to the start of the 2011-2012 season. Molloy improves to 13-4 on the season, 5-2 in conference play, and 6-3 when playing away from home. Firebirds fall to 2-15 overall. Now it's a 9-game losing streak for UDC as they are 1-6 in conference play and 1-7 when playing here at home. Severely undermanned this evening. Gotta appreciate the effort they put up, especially the effort by Kayla Cooper, who finished with 16 points on 50% shooting from the field. Also, Bianca White finished in double digits. She had 11. For Molloy, Kamala Thompson finished with 21, and Shantana Canhoy had 11. For all the good, hardworking men and women involved with the UDC Athletic Department, I'm Eli Perlstein saying thanks so much for tuning in. One last time, the final. Firebirds fall by a final of 61-45. This has been a presentation of UDC Women's Basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Coming up next, the UDC Men's Basketball team will be in action. Tip-off a little under a half hour away. Again, until then, I'm Eli Perlstein. So long for just a while.